What's going on YouTube? This is ParkerLight88 coming at you with another video. And in this video, I have some ranked matches for you for Power Rangers. And I'm going to be adding some commentary to them as well. So let's go ahead and get started.
3, 2, 1, fight!
I won't be doing commentary throughout the whole thing, but I guess for some stuff that matters here. Like right now we just have like neutral stuff going on, so I'm not going to be making a whole bunch of comments here. So I kind of dropped a combo in there, unfortunately. I'm still kind of getting used to this team, actually playing it online. Yeah, I did all the tutorials and stuff like that, but it's completely different when you're actually playing and actually getting used to everything. So there's probably going to be a couple of drop combos throughout this entire thing. So you can see that I'm actually trying to fish with launchers sometimes in situations where I think that Time Force Pink is about to jump. One big strategy for fighting against Time Force Pink is getting a lot of Time Force Pinks. They like to fight from the air. You'll see them jump and like do their air dash a lot, so your anti-air is going to have to be on point when you fight against her. And the fact that Cass is kind of quick also helps out a lot as well. So that's just something to keep in mind whenever you're fighting against the Time Force. You know, look for them to do their air dash and then just anti-air them. You can get a big punish there. So I kind of crossed myself up in the corner there when Udana was coming in, so that led to him getting a hit. I don't know what setup I was trying to do, but that's just what happened. And then as you can see there, I called Megazord just to prevent my opponent from calling out their Megazord. That's a very common strategy that you can do in Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. It's also similar to Marvel Infinite as well, where it's like if you're on your last character and you have advantage, when you kill their second character and you have their next character on incoming, call out your Megazord just to prevent them from having that comeback mechanic. It's a pretty good strategy to get used to. Sometimes based off of where you are, you can kind of think to yourself, I want to call it. Sometimes I don't. But in that situation, I felt that it was to my advantage to actually call them just to prevent that comeback. In reference to the leaving, my connections have kind of been, you know, shoddy throughout the night, so that's probably what happened there. Probably just left like just because of a random disconnection. Don't think that guy rage quitted or anything like that.
3, 2, 1, fight!
So Udana is a very tough character to deal with in this game, just because of a lot of her neutral tools, the fact she has such long-range buttons, and the fact that her projectiles just cover a good majority of space in the game make her very difficult to deal with for certain characters, Cat being one of those characters. Because in the middle of a car wheel, even though you can use that to avoid some projectiles, she'll still get caught by the ice ball just because of the angle of it, and then the ice ball still comes out even if I hit her during it, so I'll still end up getting caught that way. I kind of feel like Udana is probably like the scourge of this game right now, just because of her. She has some scrubby techniques. Unfortunately, the fact that her air special covers so much range, and the fact that her ice ball really isn't bad. I mean, it's fine, but really it's just that jumping special, and the fact that you have those 3 of them that cover that much range, and she pretty much has like no recovery whenever she lands, so you can just like throw it out, and against characters who just don't have the tools to deal with it, it can be pretty bad. So here with Magna Defender, I still have to work on actually playing with Magna Defender. One of my biggest issues that I'm having with him is just the fact that when I'm in the middle of a block string, and let's say I do like when I do like a push block kind of like that, I don't know what to follow up with Magna Defender, just because his neutral buttons are kind of stubby. So like his crouching light and crouching medium are kind of stubby, which are buttons I would generally like to throw out like after a block string. And some of his other moves don't hit from far enough away, so whenever I do things like forward special, it's kind of a big risk, but so I'm kind of getting used to those. As you can see, I'm on my last character here. Udana kind of like effed up my entire team, but we're going to see if I can make this comeback. I threw out the mines there just because I'm trying to get into the mindset of not using my meter right away. I'm trying to work on doing setups with Kimmy using the mines. Dropped my combo there, but it's okay. Got American Reset. For you guys who don't know, American resets are basically like unintentional resets where you make the best of a situation. That situation I really didn't have to use all that meter, but I already had it in my mind that I'm doing the combo, and I just wanted to go ahead and end it. So I'm at advantage here, go ahead and Megazord up before my opponent has a chance to call theirs, just so it's one less thing I have to deal with. He supers out. So you'll see how that guy, he went for like a snapback there. I think snapbacks, either they have a little bit of invincibility or they have like a frame 1 startup, so they start up really quickly. I think, I'm not entirely sure about that, but that's kind of something that you can do to get yourself out of problem situations. I was hoping I had enough meter to do the entire combo like in the Super 2, but it turned out that the EX was just enough damage for me to take care of it. So I was able to get that comeback with Kimmy. I mean, I think Ranger Slayer is a great anchor character. Like, she has great mobility tools, and she can put stuff all over the screen, and her slide is a fantastic like footsie button, because if your opponent ends up blocking it, you can just like away arrow, or you can do the leap over to the other side, try and go for like cross-up arrows using the hard option. It's pretty good stuff.
3, 2, 1.
Alright guys, we got our next match here. One thing that I'm finding that I like to do a lot with Kat, at least at the starting position, when you do her backflip into like her attack option where she puts you into the stagger state, I actually found out that that move actually has a little bit of invincibility to it. So one thing I like to do is to do the backflip, call assist, and then go in. That way, if I actually do the backflip, it puts some space between me and my opponent if they're trying to actually be the aggressor, so it doesn't really give them a good option to get a hit. And then I'll call the assist as I'm going in. As you can see there, I kind of forgot that Mastodon Sentry's assist actually shoots up as well, so I was trying to actually jump over it and then I ended up getting caught. So I actually meant to go for a medium there after he did EX, but I'm not used to the block stun on that, so I just ended up getting my hard. It seemed like he had came in pressing a button, so I like to just go ahead and do the launcher there, just because it's pretty quick. Tag out so I can get some life. There'll be a lot of situations in these matches where I'm kind of sticking with one character for a while, just because I'm still just trying to figure out how those characters work, like, you know, just when they're fighting. So I like to try and keep them in just so I can get used to it. So that's another thing I'm getting used to with Magna Defender is I'll do his forward slash and then I'll call assist afterwards. I shouldn't be doing that though. Sometimes I just get sometimes I just feel it and I feel like my thing is gonna hit, so then I just end up going for the forward slash, kind of like I do in combos. I'm trying to get used to doing neutral special, doing like gunshot and then going from there. It's something I definitely need to be doing a lot more. Dropped a combo there. So he's currently got Megazord out and I'm just trying to defend myself here. I try to do EX through it just to create some space. One thing that I'm not doing is paying attention to my opponent's buttons. If you have an idea of what your opponent's buttons are, you can figure out like what of the Megazord is going to come out, and then you can, you know, defend yourself accordingly. So the game ended up going pretty well for me. Magna Defender just kind of cleaning up in there.
You are weak. I let nothing stand in my way.
3, 2, 1. Fight.
So as you can see, I'm starting off with my backflip into assist. I think like the first thing people think to do is just put space in between them and their opponents, so I kind of like doing that there. You'll see in this match I'm actually throwing out cartwheel more because I realized that was something in my matches that I wasn't doing that I need to be doing more. Tried to go for like a little reset there. Everyone seems to always press buttons whenever I try to do like a cartwheel cross up, but anyway. So as you can see there, incorporating cartwheel. Trying to do that more, because I know it's a good footsie button, especially because you can cancel it into backflip. So, just getting used to that. So he kind of got me with a cross up there. So I've been seeing a lot of people go EX and then go from EX into calling in another character, so that's something I'm trying to get used to doing as well. So I think I thought he was going to cross up, so he ended up hitting me there. Went for an anti-air there. Facing against Mega Force Yellow is another good situation to practice your anti-airs because she has such a good air special where she can cover a lot of range from the air. It's a really easy tool to throw out. So making sure that you're, getting used to anti-airing that is a good thing to do as well. Red Ranger on the incoming, I did super like right when my opponent had like a speck of life yet, so my opponent got a free punish like on incoming, so. So I intentionally waited there because I had a feeling he was going to do a jump in before I did my EX, but I still ended up doing it too soon and just went clear over it. Just going to go straight away in the super, just so I don't have to deal with anything. I should be tagging out my character, but I didn't. I just want to practice like with these characters in so much. Probably should have went into EX when I connected that combo because I knew the Megazord was coming in, but I still kept doing combos anyway. Ended up getting an anti-air slide there somehow. So that was a good call on his part doing super. I actually thought I cleared it, but I guess the hitbox is actually a little taller than the red flames. So as I told you in my Megazord video, a thing that a lot of people like to do is they like to up back when you have Megazord. So I was able to get that launcher, but I haven't practiced my combos with Kimmy doing launcher, so I ended up missing that. Anyway guys, that'll do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this commentary. This is Parker Lad, and I'll be back to you later with future videos.